Hey there, science students. This is Mrs. Castanelli, and today in this video, I'm going to show you 10 resources that you can use to conduct research in your science classes. So let's get started. Start right here at the library database page, bit.ly/BSD research. And when you click on that, it will take you to this page. So the first one, number one of our list, is scroll down here till you see this link to passwords. This is the very most important thing that you need to know when you're at home. Why don't you go ahead and just come here and make a copy of this file for you so that you will have it from now on, because you will need to know those usernames and passwords when you're at home. All right, so let's start back at the top. Let's look at biography in context. If you're doing some research and you have to study a scientist, well, the biography database not only will organize this in order, like it'll give you a list of scientists that you can do research on, but when you click on their name, not only will it give you a little bit about this person, you can read more here, but it will also show you news articles and images and magazine articles all about that person. So great, excellent resource. If you've never checked it out, definitely do that. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is EBSCO Academic Search and EBSCO One Stop Search. EBSCO is your college level database. And if you are studying genetics, you can just type in your search and look through the search results here. And one of the things about this database, though, is that you are going to have to like preview and look through, decide whether this source is helpful or not. If you do find one, sometimes it will say the full text is available somewhere else. Sometimes the full text will be available right here. Sometimes it will be an entire ebook. These are all the different results that we have over here that you can filter it by. If you do get into an article, just the same with any of these databases that we are looking at here, you have the ability to download it, and you have the ability to find the citation that you need over here. They have the citation. All of these articles will have MLA and APA citation. We have a special EBSCO database that's specifically for the Science Reference Center, and it looks like this. And so what they've done is they've taken a lot of the science topics and broken it into categories. So let's say you're studying life science and you just kind of want to browse. From there, you can decide which life science you want to focus on. And then from there, you can even get down even farther. And what we'll do is we'll pull up a list of articles and magazine articles, and you can narrow it down by subject, just like we did before. Or if you wanted to, you could just search up here. But this Science Reference Center is specifically on science topics. It's by the same company as we did before. All right. EBSCO and EBSCO Science Centers. That was number 3 and 4. All right, so now we're going to look at another science database. This one's called Gale in Context Environmental Studies. It's a different company, and it will show you a lot of issues that are in the world today that are happening. And so you can browse through their lists right here, or you can go to the full topic. And browsing issues, clicking on this list here will bring up a list of about 400 or 500 different science-related topics and environmental issues. And so once you find the one that you're interested in and learning about, you can click on it and go from there. And it's the same idea. It gives you a research starter and reference articles, newspaper articles, things like that. So that's a great one. That was number 5, environmental studies. Okay, so the next one I think might be helpful for you is this global issues. Now, you would think, oh, this one's really more for like social studies class. But one of the features of the global issues database I like is because it's getting news from around the world, not just such a United States centric focus. So they have this map feature. So you can click on the map and say, well, what are the issues related around the world to different countries? And so you can zoom in. So let's say what's happening in China, and then it will break down like there are 15 issues right now related in China. So if you wanted to learn more about the Belt and Road Initiative and how they're building and expanding throughout the world, it will give you this background starter. And then once again, all these other articles related to that topic. This is nice if you're studying a topic that is not in the United States. All right, the next one. So, uh, global issues was number 6. Now, the Gale Virtual Reference Library. This is always a great place to start. This is where all the Gale ebooks are stored. And these are like reference books that you would find in our library. And you could come and say, show me the 21 environmental books. And it will list all the books here that are actual printed books, but we just have the ebook version of them. And then we also have some on like medicine for health class. If you're really doing something specific, or like if you're in science class and studying genetic disorders, these are Gale Encyclopedia, and you can search within these books for information. And some of them, some of them are a little bit more current than others. And then another category you might want to just check out is just the general science section. So if you are, once again, doing something in biology class, it will give you the table of contents. This one looks like it's done alphabetically by topic. And so you can just browse through the book or just search for your specific topic up here. All right. Let's move on. So that was the Gale Virtual Reference Library. Another great database we have is called Health and Wellness. And the Health and Wellness database, similar to the other ones, it shows you kind of like what is current happening in the world right now, and gives you some other topics that are timely. So like if we want to study what's happening with the coronavirus, it will give us background information. And then once again, magazine, news articles, academic journals, audio files that we can go listen to. All right, starting to see a similarity between some of these databases. Just some of them have a particular focus one way or another. The next one I'd like to point out to you is opposing viewpoints. And the reason why opposing viewpoints is kind of similar to the other ones in that it has this list of issues. But what's different about this database is that when you pick up a topic that is like plastic waste, one of the features they have here are they're called their featured viewpoints. And what these are more opinion articles, editorials that are written on one side or the other, like why bans on plastic bags and straws are annoying and overrated, versus someone who's saying, plastic waste is clogging up our landfills. So you'll get a variety of points of view on different controversial issues. All right. So if you've been looking through all of these databases and you really can't find what you're looking for, well, then you need to come back here to the Gale PowerSearch. This is our number 10. Gale PowerSearch actually shows all of the databases that we have access to, and some of them aren't on that front page. So if you're doing something on specifically health and medicine or nursing, and you want to look in one of these other psychology databases, this gives you the full list of all the databases that you have access to as a Beaverton School District student. So definitely check that out. And you can search up here and search a whole bunch of them at the same time. And that was our number 10, but I have one bonus for you at the very end. After you're doing all of this work, don't forget to check out the Oscillus Citation Maker. If you are required to cite your source and your article doesn't provide you with a citation, well, this right here will give you the step-by-step process of how do you cite either an article, a website, uh, a personal interview, and then it will create the citation before. Okay, science students, so if you haven't been using the school library databases for your science research, you should definitely check it out soon.